Okay, guys, we're online. Camera's going.
And then you type in your address and hopefully you can get it.
All right, are we saying the pledge?
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our March Village Board meeting. If you would please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we'll start at the top with our staff reports this evening. Altamont Fire Department, do you have anything else you'd like to add tonight? Nothing at this time. Okay. Police Department, anything else to add, or we're good? Okay, thank you. Public Works, Jeff always has something good to report to us. Or not good sometimes.
Did you turn on that mic here?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
We're finishing up our meter reading. I think Larry's done with it now, and he's going back on some rereads, and we got some repairs to do. We're going to be flushing hydrants probably before the next board meeting. So we'll put it out there on the board, and also every day do the same thing, send a nixle out of what area we're in. What else? Oh, you'll see some damaged lawns along the streets and from the sidewalks from our snow removal equipment. So, you know, we'll be addressing that come springtime. The guys will be out and redo all that, whatever's damaged. I also wanted to mention too, we've got like 5 creeks that come down through the village. Right now, they're not running too bad, but with spring coming with the ice melt, if families out there and the kids are playing in the creeks, keep an eye on them because I've read cases where, you know, they'll lose their footing, get sucked into a culvert or something.
Oh, jeez.
We've got a couple spots in the village where that could easily happen.
Okay. Scary.
Yep, it is.
Anybody have questions for Jeff?
Just a friendly reminder, I was riding my bike around over on Sunday, and I noticed not a lot of sidewalks were shoveled. And it's something
Right,
that,
yeah.
like, the village is not able to do that on the weekends specifically, and it's like our homeowner's responsibility
Yeah.
to clear that out.
But
Yeah.
a lot of them don't.
Something I observed.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate all that the guys are doing to
Yeah,
keep
thank you
them
for doing that
as
for
clear
us.
as possible.
Yeah, we had some equipment problems too over the weekend with this last snowstorm, and that's why they were like a day late on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was tough, snow was really heavy. I mean, I had a
Yeah.
hard
It
time
was
getting
awful.
through it with my machinery, so,
Yeah, I was
was
turning
tough.
away at it.
yeah.
Yep.
All
Some
right.
services came off some houses in the village, and we had some wires down.
Oh, wow.
We had some
Yeah.
problems with our pump on Gun Club. We had a voltage problem there because of it too.
Oh, okay. All right, well,
Thank you.
if there's nothing else, thanks so much.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
This is the public oh, no, I went ahead, sorry. I apologize. I have nowhere to be, sadly. Going over the treasurer's abstract for this evening. We've all had a chance to review and sign the vouchers. Could I get a motion to accept for this month?
So moved.
Oh, Jinx.
Those in
John's
unison.
going to go first. Michelle, will
I'll
you
go
be second?
second. Sure
Okay,
thing.
Michelle is second. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz,
In favor?
Trustee Ganance,
In favor?
Trustee Farrakhan,
In favor.
Trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Now we're at the public comment portion of our meeting. If you have something you'd like to share with the board, you may come up to the microphone and tell us who you are and what you'd like to share with us. I don't see a lot of active people today.
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, here he comes.
Okay, we have one person. There we go.
Make a single file line.
Just gonna be in queue.
I don't know if you can answer this, because this is just comments, not really
Yeah.
question time.
Well, it depends, yeah. I
Well,
mean, if it's
you know what
something
I-
easy that we can answer, we'll try.
All right. What I was wondering, I heard you refer to the sidewalks, and it is the residents' responsibility. Per a certain code that's on the books right now, and I don't have that code with me, but do you know when that law or code went into effect?
I don't know the actual year. I do know that when my family owned had a business on Main Street, it was in effect then because we were told about it when we didn't know that
Okay.
we used to have to clear the sidewalks. So that's a long time ago. That was in the 80s. So I know
On the-
it was on the books then.
Was that on the corner?
Yeah, right.
I used to buy a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, it was good.
Because you could buy one thing
It was
and
a
then
good
just
store.
go with the pattern or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I'd have to look, I mean, we could look it up as well. I don't think it's just Altamont, as you know, Albany has the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's, I'm not sure if it's part of New York state law as well, but don't quote me on that, but I just
Okay.
wonder, because it's not just us, it's many municipalities have the same.
And you don't think back then it was just for businesses, and then it got kind of morphed into the whole village?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I have to see if we have any records on it. I really don't remember. But it is part of the code, and I don't know the number either off the top of my head, but it is
Maybe.
part of our code now.
Maybe somebody could look it up, and I'll stop back in.
I could pull the code book out for you.
I can tell you right now.
But
I
I
don't-
want to know when it went into effect, not just the code.
Oh, when it went into effect, that's gonna be hard to actually
Oh.
trace, probably because of the,
All those
Or-
things were
yeah.
migrated into the official code book.
yeah,
That was put into law maybe 2008, the official code.
right, that's when the plans were done, yep.
Oh,
So I don't know
okay.
if it'll be specific as to when that law went.
That's
It
what I'm
might
thinking.
not, and
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to say, well, gee, it must be in the minutes somewhere. Who knows where that would go?
And I would say that the positive part of our village is as much as, and I understand why they do it. I understand Albany, they have put it on the news several times. They give you 24 hours and then they start handing out fines. We're not looking to ever do that. We just wanted,
Yeah.
DPW goes out of their way to try to help as much as they can and do the sidewalks. And that started during Ken Runyon, when he was mayor of the village. I just remember that because it was a nice thing, like, oh, let's do this. He wanted to try to give some services back to the community. But it was to, prior to that, it was always the homeowner's responsibility.
Property
So
Oh,
he
okay.
started that when he was mayor.
Or property.
Oh, okay, well, that's a different.
That might help you a little bit with
look at
time.
it,
I just don't remember
yeah.
those years, but yeah, before he became supervisor of Guilderland, he started the practice of, let's see if we can help with clearing the sidewalks. There you go.
Okay.
What'd she say?
Late 90s.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I
Yeah.
got.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
sir.
Nothing else? Okay, if nothing else and no more movement, let's move on to the agenda. Item number 1. Consider request of Shannon Roberts to hold an indoor craft fair event around the village on April 1st, 2023, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I think that's the setup and cleanup. I think it's like 10 to 4, if I recall off the top of my head. And it's at several different sites, like this room, I think the American Legion, VFW, things like that. So can I have a motion?
So moved.
Nick, and second.
I'll second it.
John is second. And roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor?
trustee Ganance,
In favor.
trustee Farrakhan,
In favor.
trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 2 is consider approval to increase hourly wage of Christopher Casey, full-time laborer, from $18.35 per hour to $21.35 per hour. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Michelle is first, second.
I'll second.
Oh, Nick, and roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor?
trustee Ganance,
In favor.
trustee Farrakhan,
In favor.
trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 3 is consider hiring Bradley Donaldson, Slingerlands, as full-time laborer at $20 per hour. Position is probationary for a period of up to 1 year and is contingent upon Mr. Donaldson obtaining his CDL, water and/or wastewater certifications within 18 months of employment. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
John is first, and second.
I'll second.
Tressa? And roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor?
trustee Ganance,
In favor.
trustee Farrakhan,
In favor.
trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 4 is consider hiring Jeff Cardinal, Schenectady, as part-time 2023 seasonal gardener at $25 per hour. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Nick is first, and second.
I'll second it.
John? And roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor?
trustee Ganance,
In favor.
trustee Farrakhan,
In favor.
trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. I should have mentioned that Mr. Cardinal he was with us last year, but it's a seasonal hire, kind of like our lifeguards and things like that, so that's why it's on here this year again. Item 5 is consider our approval of application from Sean Simpson, Byrne, for firefighter membership in the Altamont Fire Department per request of Paul Miller, Chief. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Michelle, and second.
I'll second.
Nick, and roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor.
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 6 is consider approval of application from Christopher Sapanic, Guilderland, for firefighter membership in the Altamont Fire Department per request of Paul Miller, Chief. And a motion, please, first motion.
So moved.
John, and second,
I'll second.
Tressa. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 7 is consider holding annual organizational meeting on Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 at 7 PM. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved?
Nick, and second,
I'll second.
Michelle. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 8 is consider holding a budget public hearing prior to adoption on Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 at 7 PM. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
John, and second,
I'll second.
Tressa. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 9 is consider approval of board minutes for February 7th, 2023. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Ooh, that was a
That was
tie.
in unison.
It was very nice. How about John? Tressa, will you be second?
Sure.
Thanks. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Does anyone, before we go to item 10 and have to go into executive session, does anybody have anything else while we're here?
No, I do.
Michelle does.
No, we put, I put an announcement on the website for the Comprehensive Plan Committee, and we do have a couple of volunteers. Thank you, Kate. And Deb, Gary. We still have 2 spots for residents at large that we did not receive any applications for. And as we discussed, this is not a rewrite. This is a, let's take a look, it's been a while, see if there's improvements need to be made, or maybe they don't. It's just an assessment, and I thought it would be good if John and I
Yes.
and a group got together to discuss it. So we still, Kate, have 2 open spots. No
Ma-
one has responded.
Maybe we can post it, repost it on the website, which puts out a notification, and maybe, what?
Nixon?
Oh, a Nixle, yeah, let's
that's
put
a
it
good
out on
idea.
Nixle.
That's a
That's a
good
good
idea.
idea. More people get that, I think, so
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
that would be
Okay.
great. Let's put that same posting out a couple times before we,
Well,
know.
I just wanted to put it out there.
No,
that
that's great.
We're working on it. And,
That's- no, go ahead.
okay.
Okay.
Understood.
I could send that also to members of ACT, because remember several meetings ago, some folks came
Yep.
concerned, and I know the chief responded really well to your concerns about sidewalk, but some of those folks might be interested, so
That'd be great.
would they, I know I got that email, but would they respond directly to you or to the, if they were interested in meeting?
I don't think it matters. They
We
could
had
re-
asked
Yeah.
everyone to, in the blurb was to submit something to the village office, village clerk. Just way it's all in one folder, and,
And then Patty's got it. Yep.
yeah.
I'll put that, I'll send that out to ACT and to some other folks that I know that might be interested.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah, that works. Thank you.
Excellent.
I thought, do you want to have to,
Nope.
now you took care of the question I was going to catch you with at the last.
Before, I wrote it here so I would not forget.
And I just want to make note while people are here that we had some changing of our budget workshop from this week to, we had one scheduled for next week, but we're not going to meet this week, we're going to meet next week instead. So that worked out a little bit better. Just wanted to make note of that, and that will be in the courtroom. So item 10 is consider entering, I have to amend this as well, by the way. Consider entering into an executive session to discuss personnel matters. Can I get a motion for that?
So moved.
Michelle, and second,
Second?
as Nick, and roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor?
Trustee Ganance?
In favor.
Trustee Farrakhan?
In favor?
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. And I'd ask the board, before we exit to the courtroom, if you could please sign Mrs. Blackwood's forms that she has for us. Okay.
Where else?
All right. Thank you all for coming tonight. We'll check back out. I don't know how long we'll be, actually. Turn this on.